all burnt toast, running late and dad jokes. Does anybody see my left shoe? Close my eyes, take a bite, grab a ride, laugh out loud. There it is, up on the roof. I've been there, I survived. So just take my advice. Hang in there, baby, things are crazy, but I know your future's bright. Hang in there, baby, there's no maybe. Everything turns out alright. Sure, life is up and down, but trust me, it comes back around. You're gonna love who you turn out to be. Hang in there, baby.
Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, December 18th.
Now over to Cameron with some more announcements.
Thank you. The quote of the day today is, "When there's change, there's opportunity," by Jack Welch. Lunch for today is Subway Day with a main meal of chili. Lunch for tomorrow is a main meal of buffalo chicken pizza with a hot combo of grilled chicken sandwich. Now to the weather report.
Good afternoon, CB. Today is going to be sunny with a high of 36 and a low of 19. And tomorrow is going to be sunny as well with a high of 30 and a low of 19. Now to headline news.
Wednesday will be a critical and historic day in the U.S. Capitol. The full House of Representatives is scheduled to hold a vote to decide whether to impeach U.S. President Donald Trump. If that happens, Trump will become only the third president in American history to be impeached. He's already working with Republicans in the Senate to prepare for what could be the next step, a trial in the upper chamber of Congress. Jennifer Johnson reports.
U.S. President Donald Trump at a critical moment in his presidency as the House prepares to vote on his impeachment Wednesday.
Mr. Chairman, there are 23 ayes and 17 noes.
The historic vote coming after the Judiciary Committee passed 2 articles of impeachment against the president Friday: obstruction of Congress and abuse of power for pressuring Ukraine to investigate political rival Joe Biden while holding military aid as leverage.
The misconduct hasn't stopped, that the president is out there on the White House lawn just a month or two ago saying that he still wants Ukraine to do this investigation, that he would like China to investigate the Bidens.
We cannot take the risk that the next election will be corrupted through foreign interference solicited by the president, which he is clearly trying to do.
The White House is prepared for the Democratic-controlled House to impeach the president, although at least one Democrat, New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew, is a no vote and now wants to switch parties. Van Drew among 30 moderate Democrats feeling the heat from their Trump-leaning districts.
They send these 2 things, they're not even a crime.
If the president is impeached, his allies want a quick trial in the Senate.
I think what's best for the country is to get this thing over with. I am clearly made up my mind. I'm not trying to hide the fact that I have disdain for the accusations in the process, so I don't need any witnesses.
Republicans will leave open the opportunity for the president to call his own witnesses, including personal lawyer Rudy Giuliani, who just returned from Ukraine.
Hey, Rudy, if you want to come and tell us what you found, I'd be glad to talk to you.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says the GOP is working closely with the White House, not remaining impartial jurors. McConnell claims that's exactly what Democrats did during President Bill Clinton's impeachment 21 years ago. McConnell is also pushing for a quick trial, saying there is zero chance the Republican-controlled Senate will vote to remove President Trump from office.
The Irving L. Steele Nursing Scholarship applications are available in the guidance office. 2 nursing scholarships of $1,000 each are being offered to graduating high school students residing within the Lancaster or Chester County who will be entering the nursing profession upon their 2020 graduation from high school. The deadline for the submission to this selection committee is April 21st, 2020. Now over to an announcement from Student Council about Spirit Week.
Wow! What's this?
This is the North Pole.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Where's the snow?
Why are you smiling like that?
I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite.
Make work your favorite. That's your favorite, okay?
Okay.
Work is your new favorite.
Fine.
It's time for the announcement. Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town.
Santa! Oh, my God! Santa here? I know him. I know him.
He'll be here to take pictures with all the children.
Yeah.
Just keep your receipts. 10 a.m. tomorrow.
10 a.m. tomorrow.
Santa's coming to town.
Yes.
Can you sign this for me?
Oh, hi. Santa's coming.
Seniors, the Lancaster chapter of MOAA Memorial Scholarship is now available in the guidance office. Applicants must be a citizen of the United States and must maintain a permanent residence in Lancaster County. Applicants must have an immediate family member, parent, grandparent, aunt or uncle, sibling, or cousin who has served or is serving in the United States military. All materials must be postmarked no later than March 31st, 2020. Now over to an announcement from FCA.
Hey guys, come out to FCA this Friday in the LGI. It starts right after school and we will have some fun games and food. Everyone is welcome, so you do not have to be an athlete to come. We hope to see you there.
If you want to attend the CTC next school year, don't forget to apply. The application can be found online at lcctcsmapply.org or your class Schoology page. The deadline to apply is January 10th, but we encourage you to submit before winter break. If you have any questions, please see your counselor. Now over to Poetry Corner.
Hello, glad you could tune in to another episode of the Poetry Corner. First commercial, but today Leola Mills has asked if instead of giving a regular commercial for one of their products, if I make a public service announcement, because there is a problem in the United States today, a serious problem, and nobody is doing anything about it. And of course it affects some of the products of Leola Mills, so that's why they have an interest. And I thought that maybe at some time it might be addressed. My good friend Mr. Larkin is giving us lessons for life, tips on living, but he hasn't touched on this, and I don't know if it will come up. So Leola Mills has asked me, actually Ola was who asked me to do this, to just bring this problem before you so that we can do something about it. You see, what's happened is, well, first of all, let me show you. This is, there, got it? This is a layer cake. You know what a layer cake is, right? Okay? The problem is that when a piece of layer cake is served, usually it's cut in a wedge, served on a plate, it's served incorrectly. And nobody is doing anything about that. You see, this is the way, usually, a piece of cake is served. Now, you might think, what's wrong with that? Well, if you're right-handed, and 90% of the world is right-handed, now I have nothing against left-handed people. Some of my best friends are left-handed. But if you're right-handed and you start eating from this, you're eating the icing first, or the frosting if you want to call it that. And we always want to save the best for last, but here, by the time you get over to the other side, there's none left. All you've got is plain cake, no icing. And this is the way cake is served 9 times out of 10. Even our mothers serve it wrong. They serve it like this. And who wants to tell their mother that they're not serving cake properly? So what are we going to do about it? We know that the proper way to serve cake should be like this. So here you're starting on the right side and you're ending up with icing on the left, if you're right-handed. So, we're afraid to tell our mothers. We don't want to tell the people in the restaurant that they're serving cake wrong, but they all are. What can we do? There is a solution. Very simple solution. When you are served cake like this, the wrong way, what you do, you pick up that fork in your left hand and you start eating from the left side to the right. Not only will you then save the icing to last, but you'll find you will enjoy the cake much more because every bite you will be thinking about what you're doing. Same principle works for drinking coffee. You know, most of us drink coffee and we don't even think about what we're doing. Pretty soon it's gone, we have to get another cup. We didn't enjoy it. If you drink it with your left hand, you will, because you'll be thinking about what you're doing. Okay, enough of that. Our poem. This is a poem by a woman who wrote almost 40 volumes, 40 books of poetry. She died 100 years ago this year, and most of her poetry is gone. It was not popular with critics. The general people loved it if she could write 40 books, but the poets, the English teachers, well, they thought it wasn't good poetry, and so most of her poetry is gone. But there's one poem that she wrote that has been saved. A few others have been saved, but this is one which has been quoted many times. The poet is Emma Wheeler Wilcox, and this poem is called Solitude. Laugh, and the world laughs with you. Weep, and you weep alone. For the sad old earth must borrow its mirth, but is trouble enough of its own. Sing, and the hills will answer. Sigh, it is lost on the air. The echoes bound to a joyful sound, but shrink from voicing care. Rejoice, and men will seek you. Grieve, and they turn and go. They want full measure of all your pleasure, but they do not need your woe. Be glad, and your friends are many. Be sad, and you lose them all. There are none to decline your nectared wine, but alone you must drink life's gall. Feast, and your halls are crowded. Fast, and the world goes by. Succeed and give, and it helps you live, but no man can help you die. For there is room in the halls of pleasure for a large and lordly train, but one by one we must all file on through the narrow aisles of pain. Solitude, Ella Wheeler Wilcox. See you next time.
Attention Marking Period 1 Ceramics 2 students. Please stop in to pick up your animal sculptures by Friday, December 20th. Attention all CV drama members who auditioned for Beauty and the Beast. This Thursday, tomorrow, is a required practice at 6 p.m. Please bring tap and or character shoes if you have them, and clothes to dance in. A group of you after dancing will be asked to stay for callbacks. Contact Josh Diefenbach or Jenna Oshlin if you have any questions. Thank you. Now over to Viral Video.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two lips like roses and clover. And tell him that his lonesome nights are.
And now, your viral video.
7 Up plus Mentos, go boom! Let's get it. Oh yeah! Let's get it. Let's get it. Sing it, Grace. I don't know the last name.
That was your viral video.
Tri-M is having a Send a Carol on December 20th. Make sure you sign up at lunch this week. Attention all TSA members. There's a TSA meeting today, December 18th after school in Mr. T. Thomas's, where we'll be discussing important information and going over paperwork. Please make sure you're there. Now over to CV Sports.
There's an away girls basketball game against Manheim Township at 7:30.
There's a home bowling match against Cedar Crest at 3:30, dismissal at 2:15.
There is a home boys basketball game against Manheim Township at 7:30.
Come out and support the Bucks.
Now to sports highlights.
We're at Williams Arena in Minneapolis, set to rock tonight as the number 3 team in the nation pays a visit for the Gophers Conference home opener. Years a season ago. Here's Carr with the floater, and
Minnesota's going to have success. They're going to have their guards play well. That cannot happen. To play out of the post, he's got every post move.
Robbie, here's Carr, stepping through the lane and getting it to go.
Get back to the shooter.
This is the freshman DJ Carton who comes in through traffic. Demir will try a three. Got it. Here. Here's Demir. Working his way into the lane, puts up with the left hand. Oturu. Caleb Wesson, now Muhammad, and he hits it. Here's Carr with a head of steam, gets the roll.
In the burst to get into the paint.
Oturu, great position down low.
Into the floor, Chris Holtman going to his best player.
And there he is. They turn it over. Here's Carr. Lays it in.
You have Holtman. You haven't been in many close games. DJ Carton.
11-2 run for Ohio State. Carr into the paint and gets it to go and draws the foul. Clock. Carr into the lane. And Marcus Carr now with 32 points in here at Williams Arena. As Carr, why not? Home team still perfect in the Big Ten. Top 5 teams 0-3 on the road in conference play. And here they come. Great way to usher in finals. Blow off a little steam. Celebrating an upset over number 3.
That's all the announcements we have for you today.
On behalf of WCVH, I'm Madeline.
Alongside Jillian, and this is CV Today.
Have a Winter Wonderland Wednesday.